Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. Today's look is this Valentine's Day look, which is just kind of a soft glam. It's very easy, it's very affordable. I'm using a lot of BH Cosmetics today. Their products are very affordable and you can purchase them right online. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm starting off by using my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and I'm just putting this in the center of my face, which is where I typically get oily throughout the day. So I'm just patting that into my pores. And then I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. I don't know why I decided to apply it this way, but I did. And I'm using two different colors just so that I can get my perfect shade. And then I'm going to be blending that out using the L'Oreal sponge. It's one of their new sponges. I decided I wanted to get away from my Real Technique sponge and just try something new, and I really like this one. This one is really soft and it blends everything out really nicely, so I'm definitely a fan of that. And for concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just placing this in the center of my face as usual and blending it out. One of the things that I really like about this concealer is that it dries down to a matte finish, which for my oily skin is just perfect. I still have to powder it a little bit under my eyes to keep it from creasing, but it does dry down matte. And for my brows today, I'm using this BH Studio Ultimate Brow Palette and just using the lightest pomade shade that they have in there and just kind of filling in my brows. Nothing too harsh, just trying to follow the natural shape of my brow. And then when I get to the front of my brow, I turn my brush upwards so I can create little tiny hair-like strokes so that it doesn't look super boxy in the front of my brow. And then I use the spoolie side of that brush to blend out all the product and make sure that it's evenly distributed. And then I'm just going in with a thin brush and some concealer just to clean up the edges and make sure that everything looks really sharp. For my eyes today, I'm using the BH Cosmetics and Carli Bybel palette. And I'm first going to use my sponge to make sure that I work out any creases that have formed on my lid before setting that with a powder. I want to make sure that none of my eyeshadows crease throughout the day, and also putting concealer and powder on my lid is just going to help the truest pigment of the eyeshadow to show up on my lid. So I'm just grabbing this light color here and using that kind of as a transition color in my crease. You're not really going to see it very much, but it's just kind of acting as a transition color. And then all over my lid, I'm placing this gold shimmery shade and just all the way from my lash line up to my crease. And then I'm grabbing this soft brown color here and I'm going to be working this into my crease, just back and forth from outer corner to about 3/4 of the way in before grabbing this darker color and just putting this in the outer third of my eye. Oh, and also I'm using all BH Cosmetics brushes. This is their rose gold set. The brushes don't have individual names on them, but they have pretty much every brush that you could want to use, and the set was really affordable. It was less than $20, and they're really good quality brushes. And I'm just taking this flat definer brush and I'm working this darker shadow into my lower lash line, and I'm also bringing it into my upper lash line as well, but just on the outer third. And then grabbing this kind of pink highlighter shade and using this on the inner corner. I like this because it was something a little bit different, but it wasn't anything too extreme or noticeable. And then I picked up these Ardell Faux Mink lashes, and they are so beautiful. I love them so much. They're like so wispy, and they have an invisible band, so they feel so lightweight. It didn't feel like I was wearing lashes at all. And then I'm just putting a little mascara on my lower lash line and then moving on to bronzer. For my highlight today, I'm using Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I've been using this on a fan brush lately, and I just like the way that it applies a little bit better. I was using a bigger brush before, but this one I just feel like it's easier. I don't know why, but I just like the way the highlighter looks when I'm using a fan brush. And then I switched to a smaller brush just to get some of the smaller areas of my face, like my cupid's bow and my nose and my brow bone. And for blush, I'm using, you guessed it, the BH Cosmetics Nude Blush Palette, and just using this kind of peachy blush right here. I just find that this is a really kind of subtle and soft blush that doesn't look too overpowering, but just kind of gives a very natural flush to the face. And for lips today, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Ultimate Lips. It's their 28 color lip palette, and I'm just mixing two colors together to get kind of a peachy nude color. It's really close to my natural lip color, but just a little bit more peachy instead of pinky. And then quickly setting my face with the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. And this is the finished look. If you like this look, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. For a list of all the products that I used in this video, check out the description box below. I'll have links to where you can purchase all of these products. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day.